Alright, what's good with y'all? Back with another video, and today I'm reviewing the Joker ones Peppa Pig colorway. This is the Joker colorway. 361 sent me these a while ago with the Joker ones. They recently sent me these. I've been putting off the review for a little bit. I did do a review on the Joker one GTSEs, and I really did like them, but also like the look on those a lot more than these personally. But that's also a personal preference when it comes to high top versus low top. I really like low top basketball shoes, low to mids. I feel like they look more sleek and just are more my style. But a lot of y'all do like high tops. There are some bigs out there or some guards that like high tops who might want a little bit more ankle security and snugness around there. So this review for y'all. Before we get into it though, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to pick up either of these shoes, there will be links down below to go pick these up today from SPO. I've seen a lot of y'all picked up them Joker ones in that NYC colorway and the GTSE ones. Them is fire. Let's go ahead and get to the review. When we look at the upper of the shoe, we have a stitched upper with this leather toe box, and we have the Joker logo on the toe of the shoe. I don't know if this is leather or pleather, but leather toe box nonetheless. This colorway specifically is the Peppa Pig colorway, and it has some pretty cool hints and details. I personally was not a huge Peppa Pig fan growing up. I feel like they low-key used to piss me off, these two together. They were just a little, it was a little slow. They do have a ton of colorways of these. You can go ahead and check that out on the site. They also have this Joker colorway. I am a fan of the Joker though. On one of my shoulders, I got a Joker tat. Why so serious? So I do think it's a cool design. If they happen to make these in the low top, I definitely might need these. I feel like if you made me the designer of these, only thing I would really change is this midsole being like this kind of grayish brown, kind of, you know, just throwing off the color blocking a little bit. Maybe making the whole bottom that mint green or something like that. But other than that, I rocks with them. I do like the design in the toe box as well. I feel like when you're looking at the shoe from the top angle, it looks really cool. Looks is a personal preference though. They also have the Joker logo on the inside of this shoe. This one has the Peppa Pigs on the inside of the shoe. And then when it comes to lockdown of the shoe, I'll drop a video right here. Lockdown is insanely good. No issues. When you put this on, you damn near might not be able to get it off. I'm being 100% honest with you. Here's one of my gripes about the shoe though, is it's so hard to put on. Even when you unlace it, because of how snug this like ankle collar is right here on the tongue, it's a little struggle to get on. Another reason why I'm not a fan of high tops. I have the Kobe 10 what this, and I have the Kobe 9 highs in the Christmas colorway. When I tell y'all it's so hard to put those shoes on, even like unlaced. It's like, damn, I unlaced my whole shoe, tie them all the way back up. And it's like, bro, I just, personally, I'm lazy. I just don't want to deal with it. But once you get them on, you're locked in for life. When it comes to the midsole, you have a quick Q-Tech midsole with a double heel lockdown TPU system. I have no clue how the TPU system worked with being that low to be a heel lockdown. I do know they have a TPU heel counter right here, so maybe that's the double part of the heel lockdown, with it being the lower midsole one and then the one in the heel counter. But yeah, that was just interesting to me. I don't really know what that did there. I feel like it would help with a little bit of the stability in the shoe with the cushion and supporting it, so you're not having any rollovers or anything in the back of the shoe. Overall comfort and cushion of the shoe, when you put them on, it's not much breaking time needed at all. The one thing that you do need to break in on this shoe though, the lacing system, the way the tongue is everything set up, it scratches my ankle a little bit. It kind of gives me a Harden Volume 8 vibe. I used to deal with that issue with the lace locks kind of rubbing the inner part of my ankle. The time that does go away, and I feel like it was a shoe-to-shoe basis, because even though these shoes were built the same, I did not have the issue at all in the Joker ones. Did have a little bit in the Peppa Pig colorway though. When it comes to the outsole, we have a multi-directional traction pattern with a solid rubber outsole and an arch stabilizing torsion plate in the middle of the shoe. As you can see, it is mismatched colors on the Peppa Pig colorway, and they are just purple on the Joker colorway. The other Peppa Pig one has a matching one to the heel lockdown right here, and it is yellow. The squeak on these is really nice, and traction overall, I gave a 9 out of 10. It was really good. You'll be seeing a version of these in my top 5 of my shoes with the best traction. I plan on making that video in the future. It worked really well. This pink colorway, it did pick up a little bit of dust, but even with the dust, it still stuck and worked really well on the court. When it comes to overall fit of the shoe, I would go 100% true to size, and the toe box is decently wide for all my wide footers out there. I do feel like it's a common trend with other companies that aren't Nike, and a lot of international companies, they typically have more of a foot shape and a little bit more comfortable shoe, especially in the toe box. versus Nike is typically known for having a more narrow shoe and a tighter toe box. And then when it comes to the price of the shoe, these are cheaper than the GT SE line. They are coming at $129 retail. They also did a collab with SpongeBob as well. It's crazy how many brands they actually work with to get all these colorways with this. Shout out them, that's tough. Nike used to do a lot of stuff like that. We haven't seen too many crazy collabs recently with them, so shout out 361 for doing the job, giving us what we want. For what you get in this hoop shoe for $129, I definitely think that is worth the price. Overall, a really good performer. Only issues I had obviously were, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of high tops, and the laces were a little annoying for me. But everything else, other than that, from cushion to traction, fit of the shoe, overall was really nice. One thing that I did not touch on that is kind of crazy for a high top is these are coming at 387 grams. Average weight for my size basketball shoes, 370 to 400 grams. So for a high top basketball shoe to be coming in at the average weight of a basketball shoe, I don't have like a high top category for when it comes to average weight because I typically don't get a lot of high tops, not gonna lie. So I just put them all in the same category when it comes to weight. So I guess it is technically a light high top, which is typically not a thing when it comes to high tops. A lot of brands, they still make high top basketball shoes because you don't see it very often with Nike. I guess they technically had the GT Hustles, then they had the GT Jumps as well, but Adidas does it. And even the Nike versions, the Hustles weren't that heavy, but the Jumps was boots. Those was Timbs. Adidas, when it comes to the Hardens, typically a lot of those are over average weight by at least 50 grams. The AE1s are 100 grams overweight. To be able to get these and have a decently weighted shoe, I think it's a nice touch. My overall take on this shoe though, for me personally, I would not go and purchase these shoes just because of the looks. I am really big on looks when it comes to a basketball shoe. Performance is number one. If I don't have traction, I don't give a damn how the shoe looks, I'm not getting it. Or I'm at least not hooping it. It might be one of those shoes I take to the gym, go shoot around with or something like that. That's why I'm damn near thinking about getting rid of the AE2s that I have and waiting on a new release to see if they drop a solid rubber outsole. When the AE2s do officially release, because I have an unreleased pair right now, outside of traction and like comfort, bro, the shoes gotta look good on my feet. Like Coach Prime said, look good, feel good, play good. I do like this colorway though, and I feel like I can kind of rock this colorway and make it work. But when it comes to the Joker colorway, I just feel like it's a little too dark for me, even being a Joker fan. And it's a little more bulky for me. I'm 5'6", 170 pounds, 170, 175 pounds, and I play like a guard. This shoe is made for a center in the NBA who probably weighs anywhere from like 250 pounds plus. So it does make sense, but I do feel like this shoe could work for some guards out there, especially because it is still lightweight and covers all the categories that you would need from traction to lateral support, lockdown, and more. So if you personally want to go get a pair of these today, link will be down below. You can check out all the other kicks they have on the site. I've also done some reviews of other 361 shoes, so if you want to go check those out, check out the 361 playlist, or just scroll through my YouTube and watch some of my full videos. I'm sure it'll recommend some around here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Catch you on the next one. I'm out of here.